Welcome back to our channel. Today, our topic is: should you be a perfectionist when building a software product? Okay, so my answer for this is clearly no. And what I mean by this is that a lot of people, they want to build, when they writing code, when writing code for maybe features for their products, they want to build a perfect product. They want to write a perfect code. But the problem is when you really want to perfectionize your code, you're actually losing one thing. You're losing time. You're losing in a time aspect. You're not perfect in time. Maybe you can spend a year or 3 years to perfect your product, to perfect your code. But by the time you launch your product, everyone already iterate for maybe 10 or 20 times, which means they have much better products than you are. Why? Because in the software industry, let's just call it tech industry, the speed really matters, because normally this is a very fast changing world, and the technology change, the demand change, the supply changes every time, every day. So that's why you see so many startups, they come in every day because they're tasting the new kind of approach to the new markets, because the market basically change every day. Imagine maybe 10 years ago we didn't have Uber, but because of the mobile phones popularization, then now everyone started to have a need to kind of call a taxi on their phone. Use the internet to get a taxi, which makes Uber exist. So these kind of things really need a lot of iterations to test the product, to test the market. If you are just want to build a perfect code, perfect features, you are willing to spend a lot of time to build that, you are not able to do fast iterations. You are not able to really see if the code actually works, because what actually perfect for me doesn't mean you have a very robust feature, they never crash. It actually means you have a very, very accurate things that's built up for your customer. Means maybe your customer need is here, but you're building some products that's here. Even no matter how perfect your product is, it just doesn't solve the customer problems. So instead that, you should fit your customers' need. And even you just have a very, very crappy features, but as long as it fits their need, they will stick on it. And after you find this product market fit, then you start to make your code more perfect. That's what we should do as maybe software engineers, because software engineers' responsibility is not just the coding, it's not just the implementing code. That's what we call programmers. Most people, we should see ourselves as a software engineers, which means our goal is to solve the problem that really exist. If we write a code very slow, means the iteration is very slow, we are not able to verify, are we really solving the problem that exists, or we're solving the problem that just we imagine. Right. So my suggestion for building the products is, especially in the small companies, in a very startups environments, you should make it fast, like MVP, minimum viable product, right? You shouldn't spend too much time to complete everything that make your product very robust. Definitely the robust code is good, but there's a trade-off. If you couldn't really get this trade-off, then you will probably lose a lot of opportunity, because perfectionist, you're not perfect with your time. So I think that's an important lesson that I learned during these years building a software product. And yes, that's all I want to share today. If you would like to receive more tech reviews, some something about software industries. Don't forget to subscribe. I release videos quite frequent. And yes, that's all for today. And other than that, I will see you next time.